Hello and welcome. My name's Richard Brown, that's right, the other Richard on this show. And I'm here with David today to really work at this expression, to feel up to something. David, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Ask me how I am.
How are you?
I'm feeling a bit poorly today, David.
A bit what?
A bit poorly, a bit under the weather.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. I'm feeling a bit, it's not true, but me imaginemos, no?
Yes.
I'm feeling a bit poorly. Poorly is pachucho, no? A bit under the weather.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So ask me if I feel up to giving this class.
Do you feel up to giving this class?
Well, I thought when I woke up this morning that I didn't feel up to giving this class, but now I'm here, I feel up to it. I've got my energy back.
Okay.
Okay. Bien,
Because anyway, you have to do it.
I have to do it, exactly. Si no me echan. They'll kick me out. Okay. So to feel up to doing something, or to feel up to something, is a little similar to the expression to feel like doing something. But it's no es solo me apetece, sino tengo como suficientes fuerzas para hacer algo. ¿Ya? O me siento con ganas, con fuerzas para hacer algo. Okay. For example, imagine you've been working all week, David, and I phone you on Friday night and I say, David, let's go out for a beer. And what would you say to me?
I'm sorry, I don't feel up to going out.
Exactly, for a beer. Or I don't feel up to it.
Okay, I don't
Simplemente,
feel up to it.
para no repetir lo que yo he dicho.
Okay.
Yeah? I don't feel up to going out. Okay? The verb in the gerund, acabando en ing. Okay? I don't feel up to going out, or I don't feel up to it. Que no me siento con fuerzas para hacerlo. Okay? When somebody has been ill for some time, and now they're starting to get better, you might ask them, do you feel up to coming out for a walk?
Okay.
¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Te sientes con suficientes fuerzas como para salir a dar un paseo? Okay, do you feel up to it?
Okay.
Yeah, and they might say to you, I don't feel up to it yet. I'm too weak. Yeah, I don't feel up to it yet. Bien, okay, let's have a look then. David, and everybody at home too, so please practice out loud with David, otherwise you're wasting your time. Ali? When you feel under the weather, do you feel up to going out with your friends?
No, when I feel under the weather, I don't feel up to going out with my friends.
Bien, podrías decir también, I don't feel like going out, no me apetece, pero aquí es más bien, no tengo fuerzas, ni ganas, ni ánimo, okay? I don't feel up to going out with my friends. Ojo con la pronunciación de up to, okay? When we're speaking fast, we say up to, okay? I don't feel up to going out with my friends. I don't feel up to it, okay? I don't feel up to going out with my friends. I don't feel up to having a beer. I don't feel up to staying up late. Okay, ask me if I feel up to speaking to my wife after 11 o'clock, after a hard day's work.
Do you feel up to talking to your wife after 11 o'clock?
Bien.
After a hard day work?
Hard day's work.
After
a hard day's con apostrophe S, okay?
Okay, after a hard day's work.
Okay, the whole question again?
Do you feel up to talking to your wife after 11 o'clock, after a hard day's work?
Talking dijiste?
Sorry?
Talking.
Yes.
Vale, sí.
Didn't you say that?
No, I don't feel up to talking to my wife after a hard day's work at 11 o'clock. Good. Okay. Imagine, David, you've got tonsillitis.
Sorry?
Yeah? Tonsillitis. Tonsils are your amygdalas.
Okay.
Okay. Tonsillitis, amygdalitis.
Tonsillitis.
Tonsillitis. Okay.
Tonsillitis.
Imagine David's got tonsillitis. Pues te apetece cantar? Do you feel like singing?
No, I don't feel up to singing.
Good.
After I've had tonsillitis.
Tonsillitis, very good. Okay. ¿Cómo es laryngitis? Very similar. Laryngitis. Okay, imagine you've got laryngitis. Do you feel like shouting at your neighbor?
No, I don't feel up to shouting at my neighbor after I've had laryngitis.
O after having, pero no, como
after having.
El sujeto es el mismo.
Okay.
After having
laryngitis.
Okay, good. Faringitis, ¿cómo sería?
Pharyngitis.
Muy bien. Good. Pharyngitis.
I'm on the roll.
He's on a roll. I'm on a roll.
I'm on the roll.
A roll.
I'm on a roll.
Roll, como
I'm on
de
a roll.
rodar, okay? I'm on a roll. Está de racha, no?
Yes.
He's on a roll, okay? So laryngitis, pharyngitis, I have no idea what the difference is. Ambos duelen, eso sí.
Okay, we have the pharynx and the larynx.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
They are,
pharynx and the larynx.
and yes, the pharynx and the larynx.
They're
They
both-
are two different things.
I know that.
Yes, but I don't know where they are. No.
they're in your throat somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, so imagine you've got swine flu.
Yes.
Would you feel, if you had swine flu? ¿Qué es swine flu?
Gripe A.
Gripe A, exactamente. Nosotros decimos swine, que es como de porcina, ¿no?
Yes.
Okay, swine flu, gripe A. If you had gripe A, would you feel up to coming to the studio?
No. If I had swine flu, I wouldn't feel up to come into the studio.
Exactly. If David had swine flu, he probably wouldn't feel up to coming to the studio. And if you did, I wouldn't be very pleased. Bien, okay. Imagine you've got, ¿cómo se dice? Diarrea. Es importante, ¿eh?
Diarrhea?
Diarrhea, good. Diarrhea. It's spelled rather in a strange way, but it's pronounced diarrhea. Diarrhea. Okay, if you had diarrhea, would you feel up to coming to the studio?
No. If I had diarrhea, I wouldn't feel up to come into the studio.
Ask me the same question.
If you had diarrhea, would you feel up to come into the studio?
I have to come to the studio because otherwise I get the sack.
Okay.
So I'd have to come. Good. So we have some different ailments. Ailments son como condiciones o médicas. Tonsillitis, ¿era?
Tonsillitis, amygdalitis.
Your tonsils, your amígdalas, yeah? Amygdalitis. Tonsillitis. Laryngitis is obvio, no? Laryngitis. Pharyngitis, the same. Diarrhea is diarrea, obviamente. Okay. And swine flu.
Gripe A.
Good. Por cierto, how do we say cuando estás incubando algo? We have a phrasal verb in English. Do you know at home? We say you're
coming down.
Eso es coming down with.
You are coming down with the flu.
Excellent. Muy bien. You're coming down with something. I'm coming down with the flu, for example. I'm coming down with tonsillitis. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So, David, for everybody at home, the difference between I feel like doing something and I feel up to doing something, in a nutshell. En resumidas cuentas. In a nutshell, en la cáscara de un nuez.
When I feel like doing something is when me apetece, and when I feel up or when I don't feel up
to doing something,
es cuando no tengo fuerzas, no estoy de ánimo.
Claro. Como te explicas mucho mejor español que yo. Genial. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye bye.